channel Teacherish. My name is Kia. I'm a first year teacher here in Chicago, and today's video is a first year teacher Q&A. This is actually my very first Q&A on this channel. My channel is still relatively new, and I'm really surprised that I haven't done this a little bit earlier, but I asked you guys over on Instagram what questions you had for me, and I also asked you over here on YouTube, and you guys asked some really great questions. So I'm so excited to share my answers with you all and just give you a little bit of insight with this crazy world that we're in. I feel like I'm giving like super like Morticia from the Addams Family, like Day of the Dead vibes. Like I'm like wearing all black, I got straight black hair, like spiky snake plant in the back, but I'm digging it. Like I'm super into it. It's spooky season, we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, like my clothes may be dark, but my spirit is bright. Yeah, I got my phone out, so let's go ahead and get into these questions. The first question is, as a new teacher, how are you practicing a work-life balance? Also, how do you keep your kiddos engaged via the virtual screen? So work-life balance, I don't have a life. I'm just joking, I do have a life, but it's very hard. Work-life balance, you guys, as you all know, it's hard to have a work-life balance with regular teaching and just throw in like virtual teaching on top of that. It is hard. So what I've been doing, like one really good piece of advice that I would give you guys, if something is not working, if your schedule is not working, your routine, stop, reassess, and fix it. There is literally no reason that you should keep doing something that is not working for you. For example, as you guys saw in a previous vlog, I had started working out in the mornings and it was great. I loved it. I felt really energized in the morning after working out, but I felt like I was getting to work too late. I wasn't getting to work early enough for my liking, and it just was not working for me because when I got to work, I felt flustered. So I stopped going to the gym early in the morning. Like as good as it sounded, it was not working for me. So I had to stop, reassess, and now I go in the afternoon. There's more people there, but I feel like I can get a better workout in, and I'm also not rushing to get to work. The next question is, how do I keep my kids engaged via the virtual screen? I am like super over dramatic in my classroom. You want the kids to kind of have the same energy as you, so I've really been doing a lot of like big gestures and like big movements. Also with teaching kindergarten, we have a hand movement, a motion for everything. So when we do phonics, like we'll do like rhyming words. So we'll do like pot and hot, and I will have hand motions to do it with it. So it kind of keeps the kids engaged, and it also shows me like who's actually following along. So really, I just make a hand gesture for literally everything and anything, and it works for me. So that's how I kind of keep the kids engaged during virtual learning. We also do a lot of brain breaks. I also try to talk about things that they're interested in. So we talked about, at one day we talked about like Roblox. I don't even know what Roblox is, you guys. Somebody tell me in the comments, what the heck is Roblox? Because all kids talk about these days are Roblox. I don't know what they are, but we talked about them. And so kind of things like that, like things that they're interested in, we kind of talk about it. I try to fit it in where we can. It is not easy. Sometimes it is hard. It comes at a price. I am drained at the end of the day, and half the time, like, it's just so crazy and loud. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, we just gotta push through this crazy time. The next question is, what is something you're enjoying that's going really well during virtual learning? I have a couple things. I have a funny one, and then I have like a teaching one. So I guess the funny one is that during regular school, I would never use our classroom bathroom, like at all. It was disgusting, it was gross, never. But virtual learning, I'm the only person in the classroom. I use the toilet all the time. Like, so there's like it's like a regular bathroom, but the toilet is so low. It is like the lowest toilet seat ever. It's maybe like 7 or 8 inches off the ground. I don't care. I will literally squat all the way down there and use that toilet. And I just think it's funny because I would never use that toilet in real life, but it's so convenient now. Like I just go to the bathroom in my classroom. I literally never have to leave my classroom if I don't want to. So that's been going really great. And it's funny because I feel more comfortable using the little tiny toilet in my classroom than I feel comfortable using the toilet that is in our staff lounge, like where the adults go to the bathroom. I'd rather use the tiny toilet that I know I'm the only one using any day of the week. So that's one thing. Another thing that's going really well with virtual learning, am finding that I am just such an adaptable person. I think that I have so many skills that I did not know I had until I became a virtual teacher. And one of those skills is literally just being adaptable. If something is not working, scrap it. I'll think of something real quick and we'll do that. And a lot of the times I didn't think that I would be that adaptable in the classroom. So I feel like as a first year teacher, I'm learning all these skills about how to be adaptable and how to use technology to be effective. And it's really helpful for me. So I'm feeling like if I'm gonna put this on my resume, y'all, I will get hired anywhere. A kindergarten teacher during a pandemic and you were effective and successful. Honestly, anybody should hire me at this point. So yeah, those are some things that are going really well for me for virtual learning. So the next question is, how are you adjusting to being back at school from the summer? I feel like the summer, I was kind of like in my bag, if y'all know what that means. Y'all should know what that means. I feel like I was like doing things that made me happy. I was starting my channel. I was kind of working towards my classroom. I had this idea that we were going back hybrid. Like I was in such a good space in the summer, and then it all came tumbling down in August when I found out we were going virtual and all of the things that I prepped weren't even important, and it was hard. Guys, it was hard, and trying to find, like we were talking about earlier, that work-life balance, it was very hard. So how am I doing with being back at school? I'm doing okay. I like to be, like I said earlier, I like to be on a schedule. I like to have things set, routine, but I feel like I have less time for myself, significant less time for myself, and it's something that I'm struggling with, like being able to, you know, do things when I want to on my time, you know. A lot of self-care is being missed, and I'm really trying to get that back. So like I said, we're all kind of like in this weird space where like some days are like the best and like I'm cheering from the rooftops, and other days are like I'm in the pits of hell and it is hard to get out. So I feel like I am somewhere in the middle, like a little medium, a little average, but hopefully I'll get into the rhythm and I'll do a little bit better. The next question is, what are your school's plans to reopen? I don't know. It seems like we're not going back ever. Well, initially my school said that we were gonna do 9 weeks remote and then we're gonna come back hybrid. But 9 weeks is August 20th, 9 weeks will be October 26th, and it really doesn't seem like we're coming back that date. There's been like a lot of talk on the grapevine of like if we're coming back and we're not. I have no idea, and I really wish we would because it's hard out here. So I really don't know my school's reopening plans. I'm just kind of planning to be virtual for the next, you know, 4 or 5 months because literally I have no direction on where we're gonna go. So pray for me, guys. I don't know, give me like some positive vibes my way. How transparent are you about your sexuality in the classroom, and is it hard? I feel that I am not very transparent about my sexuality, but it also feels like it has not come up yet. So I've had one parent find me on social media already, and she hasn't really brought it up to me. She hasn't really said much to me about it. So I don't know how to take that. But for the most part, I think I'm pretty transparent when I'm asked. I still don't feel completely comfortable like going and saying like, oh, I'm part of the LGBTQ community and blah blah blah, because the kids are so young. We don't really talk about those things. But I do feel that my library really reflects who I am as a person. Like I have a lot of books about LGBTQ inclusion and that sort of thing. And so we've read books that included different types of people. We read a book about families, and it was talking about how some people have 2 moms or 2 dads and things like that. And so without having to be explicit about it, I feel like where I stand and who I am kind of shows into the classroom. If it ever comes up, I will be honest. Like I don't want to sit here and say oh or lie or anything like that, but it has not come up yet. But we will see if I'm ever tested about that sort of thing, what happens. But as a first year teacher, I do recommend, you know, you share what you're comfortable with sharing. I share what I'm comfortable with sharing. I have, you know, talked to a couple of coworkers about it, but not everyone, and that's that's okay. That's just the reality, is that as a person who is a part of the LGBTQ community, you are constantly coming out. Also, shameless plug, if you don't already follow my podcast with my friend Janaea, the Femcast podcast, go head over there and give it a listen, because I talk all about like my work and how it is to come out at work, how you're constantly coming out at work, and like my experience being a part of the LGBTQ community at work in our latest episode. So go ahead and check that out if you're more curious about that. Go ahead and dive into that. The next question is, how do you budget / save money? Ooh, yikes, this is like a bad one. This is something that I am still growing with. There are so many financial goals that I want to reach and things that I want to hit, and I am just the type of person that if I want something, I buy it. It is so hard for me to budget, but recently I sat down and I told myself, okay, I do this thing where every Sunday I go through and look at my bank account, and I see everything that I spent that week, and I just take notes, like mental notes. I write it down, and I just kind of write the things that I put into my account, the things that I took out of my account, that kinds of things. And I do it without judgment. I just do it as like I'm taking mental notes. What kinds of things am I spending my money on? When am I spending my money? Those kinds of things. So I feel like extreme guilt when I like spend money, and then it just makes me feel bad, and then I have to go out and buy more because it just made me feel bad. And so now I gotta feel better, so I'm gonna go buy something to make myself feel better. And so I think if you budget in a way that doesn't make yourself feel bad, like do it with an open mind and an open heart, and know that you are human. Like the numbers are here, but they don't reflect you as a human. You're not a bad human because you want to buy things. You just are human and you want to buy things, and you succumb to your wants. And so how I budget is that I kind of set aside money for different kinds of stuff. I'm the type of person that I have to like put my money in a spot. That's where it's at. It's only for this, and I cannot touch it, because if I give myself leeway, I will touch it. So just kind of like knowing yourself and how you want to spend your money, and also just trying to keep in mind like your goals. Like, what are your goals? What are you working towards? That can help you a lot with budgeting, especially as a first year teacher, because girl, I done bought so many things. Like over the summer, I went rampant buying things for a classroom that is empty. And I felt so much guilt for that. But I shouldn't feel bad, because I can just use it next year or the year after that. But still, like, don't feel guilty, girl. Just, you know better, do better. So how do I save money? I save money by thrifting. That really helps me. Another shameless plug, if y'all did not watch my thrift with me video, go ahead and watch my thrift with me video. It is so good. I really enjoyed making that video. It's something that is like a super fun hobby for me. Most of the clothes that you guys see me wear are thrifted. Q and I shop at, Aldi. It's like a cheap grocery store in the Midwest. I don't know if you guys have an Aldi, but if you have Aldi, you can shop at Aldi. We try to go on dates that don't even involve money. So we do like a lot of walks to the beach, like walks to the lakefront, do like little stuff that doesn't cost a lot, so we don't have to go out and spend money every time we want to spend time together. Girl, if you got some budgeting tips, let me know, because I am awful at this and I am trying so hard. I wish Q was here, because she is like the queen of budgeting. So if y'all have a budgeting question, go ask her, because she got her stuff on lock. I'm learning from her. So the next question is, when will Q propose? I don't know. So the funny part about this is that I will probably know when she's gonna propose. We've decided that when we're ready to take that step into marriage and to have a wedding, like we want to be financially stable and we want to be mentally stable and all those things. So when we're ready, we'll both know, and we'll both know that it's time to propose. So when she's ready to do that, I'll probably know and I'll probably be prepared. I probably won't know like when or where or how, but I know the season that we're gonna get married in, or like the months within or whatever. Also, if you guys are interested, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we're both proposing to each other. She has to propose first, because I asked her to be my girlfriend, so she cannot not propose first. So we're gonna propose separate occasions, but we both will get a proposal. I don't know if you guys, that makes sense to y'all, but we'll both propose to each other. So we'll both pretty much know. So we're not ready yet, but soon, in the next, I would say the next couple of years, you guys should be on the lookout for a proposal, hopefully sooner than later. What is your makeup routine slash beauty products? Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm actually planning on doing a my favorites, and I'm gonna do my favorite beauty products, my favorite hair products, all that kinds of things. So if you guys stay tuned, I will definitely have a my favorites video up for you in the near future. Wink wink, nudge nudge, it's coming up soon. But just stay tuned for that video because it's way too long for this sit down video. What are some things that you are struggling with? Some things that I'm struggling with is maybe comparing myself to others. I think that over the past like month, I've been just like really bad at that, and remembering that, you know, I shouldn't compare myself to others and everybody's story is different. But sometimes, y'all, it gets hard to not compare yourself. Not putting all of these expectations on myself because I see other people doing things or because I see other people have XYZ. So that is something that I've been struggling with, like, you know, just on social media, you know, YouTube, all that kinds of stuff. It's been really hard on my mental health. So that's something that I'm working on, trying not to compare myself to others. Yeah, it's been a little hard. Definitely been taking breaks when I need them. Like this weekend, I took a break from YouTube because I just literally needed it. I just felt so discouraged and just ugh. So I needed that break. I took it and now I'm back and I feel better. It's kind of just like taking breaks when you need it and recognizing when you need to check out. So I've gotten really good at recognizing like I need to check out. Like I need to check out, like I need to be done. So I checked out last weekend and it felt really good, and I got, you know, gathered myself together and I'm fine now. So yeah, just recognizing when you have to check out. And that's with anything, virtual learning, you know, social media, a person. You should be able to tell people like, I need to socially distance from you mentally. Like that should be like socially acceptable. I feel like let's make that a thing. We're gonna make that a thing. But anyways, yeah, so definitely checking out when you need to. Someone asked, how are Meatless Mondays going? They're going great, and they're never probably ever gonna be on Mondays because we're always bad at eating healthy on a Monday. So we are never like ever gonna like try to be vegan or vegetarian. I don't think that we're built for that, but we do like make conscious efforts every single week to eat at least 2 very healthy meals. Meatless Mondays are never ever on a Monday because we're bad at cooking on Mondays. So sometimes we'll push it to like Meatless Thursdays or like Meatless Fridays, but they're awesome. We both like really enjoy it, and it also gives us a chance to like make a new recipe that we've never made before and step out of our comfort zone. So they're going great, and I highly recommend doing a Meatless Monday if that's what you're into and you want to try new recipes and eat a little bit healthy. The last question is, what is your favorite thing about being a teacher? Oh, this is so good. Okay, so my favorite thing about being a teacher is making connections with these little people that will last probably their whole lifetime. Like every single person that I know can remember their first teacher, like their kindergarten teacher. Everyone has a story about their first teacher or some type of teacher that's made an impact on them. And so that's my favorite thing about being a teacher. I have a student who is the brother to another student that I had last year while I was student teaching. So I wasn't even this child's like actual teacher, I was student teaching. And flash forward, I have her little brother, and she always comes to the camera every time we're on like Google Meets or whatever, and she's like, Miss Taylor, like I miss you so much, blah 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 blah. And like, mind you, I'm not even this little girl's teacher anymore. Like I was barely her teacher. We were student teaching. I was student teaching when I was her teacher, and she remembers me and she has such fond memories of me. And she always wants to say hi to me. And like those things stick with me, and they make me feel like I'm making a difference and that I'm important and all of those things. So that's probably one of my favorite things about being a teacher. It's just that like I'm making a difference in this individual's life, like directly. I am teaching this person how to do life skills that will carry them throughout the rest of their life. So that is my favorite part of being a teacher. Like who wouldn't want this job? Like throughout virtual learning, who literally would not want to work with children every single day? Who wouldn't want to do that? I don't know. a crazy person, or maybe I'm crazy for wanting to do it. I don't know, but teaching is awesome. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so happy you stopped by my little piece of the internet and listened to me ramble about the silliest of things. But I really do appreciate you guys, and thank you for asking questions and just being so supportive and consistent. Like, I really appreciate you all, and I will see y'all in my very next video. Bye-bye.